Yep, seriously, it's hiding a sickle in the bones. You know what I'm saying? It's hiding the AR-15 and it's looking for tampering with hot lead. And then it finds tampering with hot lead. You know what I'm saying? It finds helium. It actually makes helium not be helium, and then we walk around on the earth like that again. Um, you know what I'm saying? And keep wicking that away because I don't want to grow some hair, and that's already going to start splitting open, and that's already going to start splitting open. And Papaver somniferen growing in existence actually caused that the splitting, you know, the spreading and the sowing. So that's what the earth does down there under the feet, and it's spreading and sowing. All right, um, and we actually have a more powerful Achilles heel um, to actually, walk upon the earth there, heel to toe, not so much on our toes, and deal with that problem. And then it grew around a volcano. You know what I'm saying? That plant was growing after a volcano, and it started dispersing all over existence. And it kept growing everything. Like every god. If you start growing that plant again, take the seed, put it in your body, or brew it as tea, or you grow things and stuff like that. It's just nitrogen. You know what I'm saying? It's nutrients and then tons of nitrogen, and then that is what we're doing. We're going to fight napalm's reaction because that's napalm trying to actually kill everything. You know what I'm saying? The concept of helium and cross contamination and then that going on there, well, it doesn't bond. All right. You know what I'm saying? It's going to do this, it's going to expand and contract. All right. These are the elements of existence before rain, nitrogen's in the sky. You know what I'm saying? A heavy element. And then it cools the existence and stuff like that. And then it's going to, like our DNA and our RNA back here, it's going to start doing that again, and it's going to rise. All right. And then without nitrogen, all right, without that being, a present element, nitrogen, and then copper and iron and all that stuff like that, without all that going on, then that turns into helium. All right, meaning it would be explosive. So we don't want helium inside of your body. All right. Excuse me. So more nitrogen is better, and that's why I use a lot of peppermint. And then this is also good to kind of wick that away because your bones are popping out with a rifle right here with your thyroid gland, and it does show up and go bang, and I grew a bunch of flowers and I started laughing my ass off. All right, and you'll just keep walking around seeing flowers bursting out of the earth because that's phosphorus. All right. But anyways, helium and then napalm's reaction goes on over here, and it's not really that great to use this side of your mind. You know what I'm saying? This is where trauma and shock and all the heat and stuff like that, it's going to stick. All right. You know what I'm saying? It's going to try to stick to your chemistry. And then we removed that. We wicked it off. All right. And then that's not stable. All right. And then this is stable. This is an element that comes from the earth called Himalayan salt. And we can actually get that. All right. And we can patch that. Because you are going under something. You know what I mean? You're going under tampering with hot lead. Trauma and heat and shock is trying to stick to your body. All right. The double helix is doing this. It's going to keep doing this and doing this and doing this and doing this. And in the sun, or even at nighttime, that is bonding. You know what I'm saying? Peppermint. It is going to keep growing. It's going to keep being flame retardant. And then the more retardant and resistant to heat and flame and stuff like that, the better for your bones. So that's why it's a good idea to start drilling that in your bones. Get some peppermint in there and rub peppermint back on your body, and burn your eyeballs a little bit. All right, and then remove that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not gonna hurt to respond to acid. All right, because this is all that the lens ever does. All right, your nose, the bridge of your nose, um, in your body, it's going to find places to respond to acid. All right, and acidity and acid is part of existence. All right, and then that's actually what we respond to. All right, we don't want too much acid in our body. We want to have some fiber and some grains, and satisfy our hunger for stuff, um, and bonding with iron, and then zinc and chromium, and zinc and chromium, and zinc and chromium, and zinc and chromium is actually how we make that function, because this is a flat surface right here. All right, and if we got the AR-15 functional with our body, that's decompressing it. All right, and then that's pulling out hot lead. All right, you know what I'm saying? It's actually fighting something like that. It's not spreading hot lead. All right, you know what I'm saying? It's not something that is designed to set the world on fire and decimate existence. It's a weapon to decompress and then also keep something away, because it's carrying helium. All right, if you look at the Predator, it's swelling up big and puffy like that. It's sharp. All right, it is so goddamn full of hot helium that this will bang, 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 and it'll send it to fucking hell. All right, because it's carrying embalming fluid, it's carrying helium. All right, and a couple of those shots will take out not just one. It'll kill a bunch of them, because it's a bunch of predators that get all big and puffy like that, and they swell up with helium, and then their body keeps them. They just keep sharing that. Their body just keeps embalming the flesh of their own, um, and then they just keep destroying everything. They eat all the goddamn crops. You know what I'm saying? They're just sitting there being the devil amongst existence, um, and then that is exactly what I'm already killing. All right, you know what I'm saying? And I'm preventing that reaction called embalming fluid, helium, the not bonding, and then also your body and your bones and your chemistry, which is pulmonary. All right, meaning this is doing all this, and then it's carrying your heart and your vitals and stuff like that. And your heart and your vitals can't deal with your whole goddamn body swelling up with helium, with tons of lead and trauma and shock sticking to you. Um, and hot hair. You know what I'm saying? That gets kind of aggravating. Uh, you know what I'm saying? So, anyways, so the whole body internally will start to degenerate because it's filling up with helium. All right, and then it's actually trying to be embalming. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that need to be. It needs to be bled out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna bleed out lactic acid faster, um, and toxins, and remove all that. And then that stuff's already being pulled out. And then there still is a rifle that is carbon footprinted, um, in the shadows. You know what I'm saying? So I can start walking around amongst existence and dispersing that, and then preventing explosions, abrasions, um, and obviously a bunch of stuff sticking to people, whether it's removing a weapon from the holster, or it's actually holster carrying the rifle or the ammunition and stuff like that. And that was all silver. The ammunition was silver to make it not stronger. Because if we keep pumping something with copper, all right, that means predators are going to keep getting bigger. All right, we'll kill like one, and then there'll be bigger. Then there'll be a bigger predator. If we keep feeding a goddamn enemy copper and stuff like that, then it'll just keep getting bigger. All right. So then we're gonna grab silver 50 caliber armor piercing rounds, and that's the end of it. All right. I dropped it. All right. I removed the goddamn weapon. I ripped it out of the goddamn bones. I raised the goddamn rifle at it, and that's the end of it. All right. Because there shouldn't be any of that stuff going on, and that's what I'm trying to explain. Is like that stuff. Whether you believe in the magical bones chain and the magical weapons or not, or the actual carbon neutrality test of the red and blue lights, red, blue, red, blue. Well, red is all helium,